Back in 2006, I was with an organisation called Taekwondo, and I was there for 27 years. And for no particular reason, I still don't know why, I was given a letter and it said, "You're nothing to me." At the same time, I didn't get the promotion at work, and Mum passed away from dementia after suffering it for 8 years. So when you think about it, I started my life and looking really good as regional instructor in charge of 9 centres, 300 members, work's going really well, good on sales and everything else, family's happy and all that. And within a couple of months, my life was just shattered and I'm left with 1 centre, 30 members. And so I decided to build an organisation where we build people, not fighters. And now we run 44 centres, about 1,300 members, and teach about 2,000 a week with our school program. We'll do our traditional Taekwondo classes, some school sport, before school, after school programs and all that. We'll do women's self-defense, personal training, and we'll do personal development, which is my little favourite there, because it's like an anti-bullying program for stage 3. We mainly do it in public schools because that's trying to get that 5 to 12-year-olds to come and join, start their life really solid, and then they can make it through life a little bit better. But we do high schools, PCYCs, and community halls. So what we try and do with the Taekwondo is set up a situation where there's trust and cooperation, where there's this environment where people can grow. And therefore, when people see United Taekwondo, when they look at that, they build people, not fighters, because all your signs and symbols have got to point to the same way. And that's how we market. But with all the senseless violence in the world, I thought the world could be a better place if we had more respectful and resilient young people. I'll give you an example. When I was over at Carlton Public School, the principal allowed me to do an anti-bullying program. What happened on day 1 was a little boy turned up named Issa. And all it was about was Issa was about me, 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 and no one else. I go first, I get this, I get that. He stayed and came back 5 times. At the 25th lesson, he's standing in my class, we're doing some kicking on the shield. He looks at me, he's like, "You're doing great, you're doing great." Looks to the right, "Come on, lift the knee up. Fantastic, let's go." And he's like running my class. And I turned to the teacher and said, "Who is this?" He said, "Well, this is Issa." And I, oh my goodness. So anyhow, when we finished the class, I went up to him and said, "You know, one day I'll thank you." He looked at me, that's a different answer. I said, "What would you like to do?" I said, "Would you like to come and join us?" He said, "I'd love to." About 18 months later, he's in the middle there with about 200 people around him, and I said, "Today's the day." I sat everybody down and I talked about Issa, about how much it was about me, me, me. He couldn't care about anybody. I said, that was the old Issa. But the new Issa, Mum and Dad can't believe it, the school can't believe it, and neither will you. And I got him to perform a pattern. When he finished the pattern, 200 people stood up and applauded him. It's just an incredible scene. And I leant forward over to him and I said, "Now that's how you say thank you." Because that's how much it's meant to me. But I can't believe Issa has changed my life, because over came the deputy principal for Greenacre and said, "You're coming to my school." And over 4 terms, you know, I taught 18 in the first term, 56, 123, and finally they gave me all of stage 3, and that was what I wanted, because I believe that stage 3, they ruled the school. So we went through a whole lot of things, and by the end of the program, we had a 70% reduction in bullying. And that was just unofficial. She came and whispered in my ear, but you know, it made such a difference. Next year, the principal comes along and says, "We don't need your services. We have a manageable level of bullying." So I opened a hall in the school, so the kids could still come and see Master Paul. There are so many organisations out there. I see them time and time. Let's go and add poll work. Let's go and add this in because of market share, we'll get market share. I say to them, stop it. What's your name of the business? Taekwondo. Then teach Taekwondo. And actually, when we eventually get the program through in Australian Taekwondo, they want to get me a subject matter professional. Right? They want to make me as the professional, right? Because I said to them, the first thing I'm going to teach them is do not teach Taekwondo. Don't go in those schools and teach Taekwondo. Build people, inspire greatness, because if football goes in there, they teach football, what happens there is that they go out to play football. Soccer's soccer. But when we do our Taekwondo, what is happening is I'm building your confidence so that you'll want to be a champion in football, you'll want to be a champion in soccer. My son's in an under-8 soccer team, okay? Now, I don't know anything about soccer. They're losing 8-0, 10-0, 8-0, 10-0. You think this is like a tennis game, right? Halfway through the comp, the coach went to them and said, "You're useless, I'm out of here."